receives from bits and subs is donated to the Prevent Cancer Foundation by us. This also includes gift subs and Twitch Prime subs. Now, before we start the countdown, I want to also bring on Amy from Prevent Cancer Foundation to talk for a minute about the charity. So.
Thank you very much, Matt. Oh. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much, deeply. We're so privileged to be here and so grateful to Matt and to the rest of the AGD community to be able to be part of this amazing event. Where do I start? You guys mean so much to us. You fund so many amazing things we do, from our national community programs to our research grants to our international programs that we have started thanks to this community. You guys have funded all of those. I really hope you guys tune in. For those of you who are here, we have a panel later today at 4 p.m. In which we'll be talking a little bit more in depth about the specifics of the international grants and the work that we've been able to do with your funding. So just truly, thank you.
All right, thank you so much. All right, I think you guys are tired of listening to me talk. You guys ready to see some action? I couldn't quite hear you. A little louder, please? There we go. There we go. All right, let's get this countdown started. From 10, 10, 9, 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
All right. What's up, guys? I'm Vysuals. This is going to be Hollow Knight, True Ending, No Major Glitches. I'll let the couch do a little roll call for themselves.
I'm authorblues.
I'm aangst.
And I'm Mickely. Ran this game last year.
And so what you just saw me do is basically we press start on the way down to open up the start menu to get control of our character, and then we use the inventory to drop faster. The inventory drop is going to be used throughout the entire run. Basically, it lets you fall extremely quickly, and it gets rid of the landing lag of the hard fall. So we play as the knight, and you have two abilities right off the bat. It's basically just your nail, which is the little sword that we're swinging around, and you can jump, and also you can heal. At the top left of the screen, you see the 5 little masks. That's our health bar. Most things do 1 health, some things do 2. And to the left of that is the soul meter. And the soul meter I'm going to be referring to as kind of a 0 through 9. The way you build soul is by hitting things with the nail, and it's kind of our mana, our MP, you can kind of think of it. And it takes 3 out of 9 to, or a third of it, to heal or to use a spell. And so instead of, I basically just going to be referring to it on that scale. This is Dirtmouth. Dirtmouth, when you go through it, it makes you walk. And so we jump continuously to keep our speed throughout the town. Right below our health on the top left is the geo, the currency of the game. And we're going to be needing a ton of it throughout the run, but we have ways to build it pretty quickly. So we're going to inventory drop through this room. And the gruzzers, the little flying guys that are going around the room, are random. So sometimes you'll get hit, sometimes you won't. So first things first, we have this little Aspid arena where we just have to kill 3 of these guys. The one thing to note about the nail, or the sword swing or whatever, is when you swipe downwards on an enemy or certain objects, you can actually bounce off of them, or pogo, and that's going to be really important later in the run. Basically, once we get the dash and the double jump, it's going to refresh both of those. You get 1 in the air, but if you pogo on something, you can get a second one. And we're going to be making our way to the first boss of the game, the False Knight. And he may be big and intimidating looking, but he's actually a pretty big pushover if you just kind of hold forward at him. So let's see if we can pull off this, what's called statue pogo. Got it.
Yo, that was sick, dude.
So yeah, this is a world of bugs, and I'm actually pretty squeamish about bugs, but I was able to get over it for this game. But we play as the knight, as the main character.
I was
And-
promised no spiders.
Are there spiders in this one?
Minimal spiders.
Yeah, minimal spiders.
Now, is there a reason why you're playing in Chinese and not English?
Oh, yeah, it's the same version of the game, but the text scrolls much faster on Chinese, traditional Chinese. So we just changed the language in game.
That makes sense.
So this guy's gonna have 3 phases.
Is this Big Chungus?
So we're just gonna kind of damage tank our way through them. So in the any percent version of the run, there's actually a wall over to the left that you'll see. You can actually break this wall and just leave the fight early. But for us, we actually kill him for 2 reasons. The game audio is a little loud in my headphones, if that can be adjusted. But yeah, you can leave this fight early, but 2 things that we need are this chest up here gives us actually 200 geo. And we're going to need that throughout the run, especially early. So we're going to grab as much of this as we can. And then the other reason is there are these things called dream bosses, which are essentially just refights of different bosses throughout the game. And we're going to see 2 of them. And you can only fight the dream boss version once you've defeated the original. And so he's one of them. So we actually need him to be defeated before we can come back. So right here, I'm going to be coming up and grabbing the first spell of the game. There are 3 spells in this game, and there's 1 upgrade for each of them, but we're only going to see this one and its upgrade. This is what's called the Vengeful Spirit, or I'm going to be referring to it as the Fireball. And the Fireball, it takes 1/3 of our soul meter on the top left, and does 15 damage. Our nail right now does 5 damage. And so we're basically going to be using the Fireball as much as possible, and we're going to be upgrading it later to do even more. But now, going through this area would be a good time for a couple donations.
All right, sounds good. We have a $15 donation from Mystery161 who says, Hey Viz, Miss here. Of course I had to donate during your run. I told you I'd watch it, so here I am. I just wanted to let you know that everyone here in the Hollow Knight Discord is cheering you on.
Aww.
If you 2-cycle Umu, I'll throw in another $10. Also, like Hornet would say, get good.
Thanks, Ms.
We have $150 from Pantaloon that says, let's go Vysuals. We also have $25 from Mr. Mushroom who says, I don't suppose you'll be seeing much of me during this Hollow Knight run, but our paths will cross again someday, right? Back to you, Vysuals. Thanks.
Thank you. So yeah, basically there's the enemy that we just killed in that area is called the Ancient Balder. And we're going to be seeing a second one coming up, but it's going to be the first time we see a little minor glitch here where basically you walk off screen and you shoot the fireball, and the hitbox for the fireball actually hits him. It just kind of sits on top of him for the 4 hits. So we only need to shoot 1 fireball instead of 4. And we need to get enough soul in that room for 1 fireball for him, and then 1 for a fireball skip that's coming up right after. So first we're just gonna shoot the fireball, and he just dies. And so here's the first fireball skip. Basically, we use a fireball to keep our height and kind of push us a little bit farther left than we normally would be able to make jumps that we kind of can't. And we're gonna be seeing 3 of them throughout this run very, very soon. This whole split, or this whole segment going up to Hornet, is basically just building soul and then using it. So in this room, we need at least 7 hits, which I got. And we're gonna get 2 in the next room and then do our second fireball skip. Probably the most important one. Cuts out a big chunk of the area. There's a backup with a mosquito right below it, but obviously it's much, much slower. So here's the second fireball skip. If I can jump.
Yo, first try.
So again, we're going to be building a couple hits in here and then doing our third fireball skip immediately. So basically most of what this area is just building soul. Again, I walk off. Oh, that'll work. So coming up after the room, well, this coming room, there's going to be an enemy called the Moss Knight, and the Moss Knight has a shield and a pretty good amount of health, but basically you only need to hit him with 1 nail hit and 3 fireballs. So before he actually puts his shield up, we're going to hit him with the nail really quick, and then we're just going to shoot 3 fireballs, and he immediately goes down. Easy.
Busted.
So up in this room coming up, we need to get 8 hits. And then we have the Hornet boss fight. And basically the only reason we need full soul coming up for Bug Waifu here is is just so we can get 3 fireballs off to start the fight, and that's just a really fast 45 damage right off the bat.
Later, Zote.
Yeah, not saving you.
Rude.
He's rude. So let's see if we can go underneath the charger here. Got it. So now we have full soul. And here's first Hornet 1. First, like, kind of real boss, I guess, since we just kind of held forward at the False Knight. So Hornet has a mechanic like that you just saw where she actually staggers after a certain amount of hits. And off the bat, it's 6, and then every stagger after that is 5. So you just kind of try to keep her in the loop. That move she just did is the only thing that interrupts the stagger count, but that's Hornet 1.
Not even close.
So Hornet gives us the dash, the Mothwing Cloak. And basically, in this game, whenever you sit at a bench, it saves for you and saves your location, so you know all your pickups and everything. But when you just normally quit out, it also saves everything you picked up, but it just lets you go right back to the bench. It doesn't save your location. So we're going to be using the save quit a couple of times throughout the run to teleport back to benches. So we get to keep all of our geo in the dash. And like I said earlier, the dash, you get 1 like on the ground or like in the air. But if you dash off of a platform, like you don't jump first and you dash, then you can dash again. And then if you pogo something that actually makes you bounce upwards, like, then you get a second dash. So I'll dash, pogo, and then I can dash again. Oh.
Jumping's hard, I get it.
Yeah.
It happens.
I wish I never found out about that. I miss it all the time. So this is one of the other fast travel mechanics in the game, the stag stations. We're going to unlock that for later. And then we're going to come down here and do fight the Gruz Mother, basically the easiest boss in the game.
Smack that dude on your way down.
I need the soul, dude. So Gruz Mother dies in about 5 seconds. There you go.
That was 6. You lied to me.
So she's gonna release a bunch of her the Gruzzers. We have to try to kill as many as we can. I missed a lot. Oh, missed 2. All right, so coming up here, we're going to do a thing called the Shade Skip, but we're gonna do it without the Mantis Claw, aka the wall jump. So we're gonna talk to Slooper here. She's gonna sell us the Shaman Stone, which is the best charm in the game. It's the one we're gonna be seeing for 99% of the run. But right after, we're gonna be taking some intentional damage and dying on purpose, so that when you die in this game, you leave behind your shade, which is essentially an enemy, but you can kill it to get all of your money back and whatnot. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use that enemy to pogo up onto a ledge that you normally can't get up to. But since we don't have the wall jump, we have to jump into him to damage boost, and then parry, and then use fireballs and pogos to get a lot of height. And if I can pull it off first try, that'd be nice. But we're gonna equip the Shaman Stone. We have to go buy it. Here's our shade, but we have to get some soul first. So walk in here to reset him, and then we're gonna let's see if we can pull this off. Easy.
Nice.
So that trick is used in almost every category, at least in No Major Glitches. Basically, it unlocks the resting grounds over here, and it also unlocks the right side of the City of Tears, which is an area that you really wouldn't see until very late in the game. There's a lot of very useful things on the right side. But first, we're going to come up here, and we're going to talk to the Seer to get the Dream Nail. The Dream Nail is basically the most important item in the game. You can't beat it without it. The final boss is locked inside of an area called the Black Egg Temple. And the Black Egg Temple has 3 seals on it. And the seals are these 3. They're called the Dreamers. And basically, you can't interact with the Dreamers at all unless you have the Dream Nail. So we have to come, like, there's 3 items in the game that you have to beat the game. And that is the Dream Nail, the wall jump, and then either the Super Dash or the Acid Swim ability. But we're going to get the Super Dash because it's much faster and cooler. Whoops. I was supposed to dash out there, but I was supposed to inventory jump. So this is the Seer. We're actually not going to see her for a little bit after this. But once we get the Dream Nail from her, then we're going to do a trick called the Seer Skip, which basically just means we're going to open up the start menu like in the very beginning to get control of our character, and then we're going to dash out of the room while we're still like asleep. And if I do it 100% correctly, then I'll actually be sliding across the ground when I get out of the room, and it's actually really funny looking. It's one of my favorite tricks just for that. We'll see how it works out. So this is the Dream Nail. The Dream Nail not only lets you interact with the Dreamers, but if you hit an enemy with the Dream Nail, you get 1/3 soul, so it's very useful. So we're going to get control of our character, and we're going to dash out while we're in white screen, and now we're sliding on the ground. I actually love that. I was going to be very upset at myself if I missed it. So we're going to open up this stag station. This one doesn't cost any money. And if you've ever seen the 80% run of this, normally you would see right after the dash, you would go get the wall jump immediately before Dream Nail, but in this category, one of the main things that we have to do is we have to get 1,800 essence, and I'll explain a little bit more about why in a little bit, but the main ways to get essence are to defeat the dream bosses, which I talked about earlier, which are like the refights, or to fight dream warriors. And there's actually a dream warrior on the way to the wall jump, so we have to get the Dream Nail first so that we can kill him on the way. And he's actually a pretty big RNG boss. He can waste a ton of time. Actually, in my current world record, I lost 17.5 seconds to him. So he's kind of a nightmare, but he only has 2 abilities, and you can't attack him during one. So you just have to sit there and wait. So this is the fungal waste.
Best baseline in the game.
What are those things in acid?
Balloons.
Not bugs, they're just balloons?
There's jellyfish and bats in this game, dude. I don't know.
And balloons.
And balloons.
Oh.
So this is, no one make the... Oh.
And Waluigi's in the game, too.
Oh, God. Couldn't make Smash, so they had to put them in this.
All right, so here we go with Elder Who. He yells a lot. So I want him to do that move because he's still able to be hit. But this is the move where you just have to wait.
He can be really trolly with the double hits here, too, with the fireball.
Yep.
It's a bug monk? How's that word?
Dude, don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. And that's Elder Who. That wasn't too bad.
That was pretty good. Decent RNG there.
Oh, I didn't get it. No. So what you can do whenever you Dream Nail the Dream Warriors is start a second Dream Nail right after it to get control of your character so we can actually get close to the exit of the room. I'm going to be doing that a lot throughout the run, unless I miss it like I just did. It's a kind of unique timing that normally I get, but just kind of messed it up. But so now we're going to make our way over to the wall jump, and there's 2 tricks on the way to the wall jump. One is called the explosion pogo, where we're going to pogo off a spore in midair and then off the explosion that it creates to get up to a ledge that we normally wouldn't be able to get up to.
Like grenade jumping?
What'd you say?
Like grenade jumping?
Yeah, I guess kind of. Except we're not going to take damage, hopefully. So here's the spore that it's going to shoot, and we're going to position ourselves down here. Ooh, okay. There we go.
Nailed it.
First try.
Thought I got hit again, I would have died, so that would have been really upsetting. So now we're gonna do the Mantis Pogo. And the Mantis Pogo is, in this room, you need to open up a door on the top left, which is the switch right here on the bottom left. Instead of having to go all the way around to get back up, we're actually gonna pogo off this guy and get up here.
Easy.
Nice.
And we're gonna do a save and quit, so now our health doesn't really matter. So this is the wall jump, the Mantis Claw. Now this is where the movement really kind of opens up for the run. You can do a lot with the, like you really feel like you have control over your character.
So if I wanted to do that stuff on current patch, could I?
The explosion pogo was actually somewhat patched out. You can still do it, it's just 100 times harder. But the Mantis Pogo you can still do. So now we're gonna go see our second Dream Warrior. And this one's actually a lot less RNG. Normally I get it pretty consistently in the same amount of time. His name is Zero. And while I'm fighting it, you can actually do like 1 or 2 donations. Ooh.
All right, sounds good, Vysuals. By the way, I just want to let you know the Hollow Knight Path of Pain incentive did get met. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Looking forward to seeing that.
That was so early.
We also have a $25 donation from the Indiana Joe who says, hello, please
Hey,
let Viz
Joe.
know we are so proud of him and I am so grateful for all of his help.
Aw.
Also, he asked for puns, so what do you call it when the Radiance throws a party? A mothball. Love you, Viz. Good luck. Back to you, Viz.
Wow.
Yikes.
Their words, not mine, Viz.
I'm a big fan of puns, I don't care. All right, so that was Zero, and we successfully did the dream nail trick to get out early. Now we are in the City of Tears, and there are these certain items we need to grab. This is gonna be the first one right here behind these guys. They're called relics, and there's a certain NPC named Lim that actually you can sell them to for a good amount of geo. Get out of my way. But we need 300 right now so we can open up the stack station and then get the relic on top of it. And then we're gonna be running around kind of collecting a couple other relics to get to 2,800 geo, which we need. But we're gonna save quit back to the resting grounds. And basically what we need the geo for is first we need to buy the lantern, and the lantern's 1,800 geo, and it lights up dark areas. And normally you would think, why wouldn't you just memorize the area if, you're a runner? But there's a toll in the main dark area that we need to get through that actually you can't interact with until you actually have the lantern. So even if we could get through it, we wouldn't be able to pay the toll. So this is the Seer. She's my favorite voice acting in the game. Shout out to whoever did that.
It was me.
Good work.
Thanks.
So she's going to open up this Spirit Glade for us, which is an area that Team Cherry put in the game that all of these ghosts in here represent the Kickstarter backers that help start the game. So shout out to all these people. Thank you so much, because this game is unbelievable. So we're going to come over here and get another relic, a little secret area. There's also an even more secret shrine to all the Kickstarter backers in that room at the top left. It's kind of difficult to find though. So save quit again, and then we're gonna run to Dirtmouth really fast, the main area, the first town of the game, and go get our last relic, and then finally be on our way. So this would actually be a decent time for a couple donations if you have them.
All right, sounds good, Viz. We have a $15 donation from Markers194 that says, good luck, Vysuals. Want to see you trivialize that path of pain that tortured us mortals.
excited.
We have a $50 donation from Siege who says, hey, AGDQ, Hollow Knight is one of my favorite games and the only one I know how to speedrun. Super happy to see it here once again. Keep up the great work, save the bugs and the animals.
It's the only one I know how to speedrun, so.
$25 from Anonymous. Hi, GDQ. As a future physician, it makes me happy to see the gaming community come together for a good cause. Hollow Knight is probably the hardest game I've ever completed, so I'm donating for the Path of Pain incentive. Good luck with those saw blades.
All right, so we're coming. This is an enemy called the Gorgeous Husk that drops a certain dank number of geo. But it's got a lot of health.
It's like a cowboy.
That was a rave in my ears just then. That was great.
Unfortunately, I only got 419 of the geo. Rip.
Dang. Close enough.
So this is the spire that we're coming up on, and normally for this beginning spot, you would need the double jump to get up here, but there's a intended mechanic where you can pogo off that object to get up here. And then right after that, we're gonna see a trick called the lever skip, where I'm gonna hit this lever through the floor, and it's gonna open up this door. And since we're not coming in here the intended way, it actually never turns on the lights for us, so we're gonna have to go through that a couple more times while it's dark, but luckily I know where I'm going. That's one of the main reasons that we're running on this patch, is because a lot of the stuff was patched out right after this, and this is the only one that actually has that lever skip, and that saves at least a couple minutes. Whoops. So now we're gonna come talk to Lim, who loves relics, and he's gonna buy all of ours from us. What's that?
War's son, Valmian.
And while I'm selling all these, it's gonna take a second, so you can read at least two, three more.
All right, sounds good. We have a $100 donation from the protagonist who says, have to donate during Hollow Knight. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
Nice.
$15 from Sayan Kirby. It's always a fun time of year, whenever GDQ rolls around. Hollow Knight is a fantastic game to start the marathon. Good luck on the run, and let's raise a ridiculous amount of money.
Whoops. Don't do that. All right, so we're gonna save quick back to Dirtmouth. We did bench, right? Okay, yeah, we did. I kind of just do that by muscle memory and didn't even run. So we're gonna buy the lantern, and we're gonna make our way to probably my favorite area of the entire run. It's called the Crystal Peaks. It's got like a really cool aesthetic to it. I love the music. It's all purple, which is my favorite color, so it all works out. Pretty soon we're gonna see a trick that was actually discovered mostly by my rival Scurry and Babai, the Celeste runner, former Hollow Knight runner, RIP. And it's a trick, whoa, okay, called the look down, or the Scurry look down, whatever you want to call it. Oh, they're all in my way. Basically, this toll coming up right here, there's a lot of tolls in the game where when you pay for them, you can actually look down with the character. And for some reason, it makes the gate drop like 3 seconds faster than it normally would. And none of us have any idea why it works, but it works, so.
There's so many little things in this game that we don't know why it does it. It just does.
Yeah. We actually figured it out because when I first started the game, I messaged the current world record holder, Fireborn, that I noticed that normally the toll goes down and then a second or two passes and then the gate goes down. But I noticed, or not. But I noticed that when you healed, it actually made them go down at the same time. So while they were investigating that, they found out that not only does it go faster when you heal, it goes even faster if you look down.
Oh, what the heck?
So this area is really based off cycles, and I'm gonna try to do a thing called God Pixel. Didn't get it. Oh well. But these laser bug things are mostly based on cycles, so if you can kind of get on the right one, get out of my way. So we have to pick up this shopkeeper's key here for the vendor in the dirt mouth. No, please no. All right, I guess we're gonna have to go for damages. we're doing damageless and under the platforms, risking it all.
No Hamathity Fireball, though?
No.
Rip.
Never doing it.
What is that thing?
It's a trick where you shoot a fireball. Instead of going over and jumping on this platform, you just shoot a fireball and then dash once. Or in, yeah. Hold on, sorry. Focusing. There we go.
The Mad Lad did it.
That was close. Holy crap.
So this is the Crystal Dash, or better known as the Super Dash, or the C Dash. But it allows you to charge from the ground or from a wall, and you can shoot off in a horizontal, either horizontal direction indefinitely until you hit an enemy, a wall, or you cancel it yourself. And so it allows us to, traverse really massive gaps of either spikes or just pits or whatever. So since we grabbed that key in Crystal Peaks, we are going to give it to him and buy another key. So yes, we did pick up a key to buy a key. But this is the Elegant Key, and it's going to allow us to go get to an area in the Soul Sanctum that allows us to get the Fireball upgrade. So right now, our Fireball baseline does 15, but with this charm, it does 20, and increases the size of the hitbox, which is actually important for later. But the upgrade for the Fireball normally does 30, but with that charm does 40. And so our nail still does 5, and our Fireball is going to do 40. Sometimes it's going to double hit to do 80. So basically all of our damage is going to come from the Fireball. So this is the Super Dash right here.
Yeah.
Big fan of this move.
That looks really cool.
So we're going to do this little Fire Pogo again. There we go. And now we're going to bench up here so that we can save quit back to it later.
The Super Dash is also the fastest movement in the game. Base movement, anyway.
Does it do damage? Because it looked like it hurt that one dude.
It does.
Yeah, it can hit once. If it was going to hit twice, then it would actually stop you. So it acts like one nail hit when you hit them.
You hit a dude right in the face with it.
Dash over all them. So the Soul Sanctum that we're coming up on is one of my least favorite areas of the game. Mostly just because a lot of the enemies are like teleporting and can basically teleport right where you're trying to go. And it can be kind of obnoxious, but we're not going to see the bulk of Soul Sanctum in this category, thankfully.
It sucks.
It really
It's the
does.
worst.
So let's see if we can double hit. Oh, rude. So we're coming up on the, it's a little mini boss. Technically it's a boss, but I mean, well, I shouldn't say that because I have died to him before, so I guess we'll give him boss status. He's called the Soul Warrior, and he can be pretty obnoxious. It's actually not really him that's obnoxious, it's these little flying ghosts that can kind of get in your way. There we go. That's the Soul Warrior. And we're going to get the upgrade for the Fireball here. It's called the Shade Soul. That actually was loud and scary.
Really loud.
Yeah. Yeah, it has an absolutely massive hitbox. And you're going to see here in this boss that's coming up right now that you can actually double or triple hit a lot of enemies and bosses with it to do, 80 or 120 damage. So this boss that we're about to do is called the Watcher Knight. There's 5 of them, but it's called the Watcher Knight, or singular, I don't know why. And there's normally 6 of them, but there's a chandelier you can break before it that kills one off the bat, so you don't have to fight it. If you've ever seen the 80% run of this, or if you've ever played the game casually, this boss is a huge roadblock for most newer players. They can be extremely difficult, especially by far the hardest part of the 80% no major glitches run But in this, since we have the Shade Soul, they're basically going to die like just extremely quickly. And the 106% category actually kills them even faster. So with a charm called Fluke.
The roly dudes, right?
Yeah, the roly polies. But yeah, they're going to die pretty quick. And that's dead. There's one. Oh. So there's 3 out of 5, and we got 2 more.
One change they made to the game here, too, is you can actually damage the Watcher Knights during their rolling abilities.
And that's Watcher Knights. Pretty
Good
easy.
fight.
So I guess now would be a good time to explain. We're coming up on our first Dreamer, and the Dreamers, especially most people when they first come into the game, they think that the Dreamers are going to be this big boss or whatever, but they actually are just basically flying piñatas. You just have to go inside the dream and hit them 10 times and absorb them, and that breaks the seal. But the 2 of the Dreamers have a boss in front of them to protect them. This one has the Watcher Knights, one of them has Umu, and then the third one has a difficult area that's kind of protecting them. But yeah, they're not a boss. All the skill in the world. So in the base game, you have to just get the 3 Dreamers dead and then just go straight to the Hollow Knight and kill him. In this category, we have to do that as well, but then we have to get a charm called the Void Heart. We have to get a charm called King Soul to turn it into the Void Heart. And King Soul comes in 2 halves. One half, we just need the Shade Cloak ability, which is the invincibility dash. And the other, we need to get 1800 essence to go into the White Palace. And so that's a big part of this run, is just collecting the 1800 essence to get there, which is where all the Dream Bosses and Dream Warriors are going to come in. So we just need to get a little bit of the Geo from this chest. Not all of it. That's good enough. And now we're going to make our way down to the Ancient Basin for my favorite fight in the run. But it's going to take a second to get there, so you can read, a couple donations.
All right, we have a $100 donation from Valk who says, I don't know what'll hurt more, remembering all my deaths to the path of pain or watching you breeze through it. Lots of love to Team Cherry and Hollow Knight. Best of luck on the run.
Thank you.
We have a $25 donation from Attention Grabber who says, this game's okay, but there's just too many bugs.
I've never heard that one.
What did bugs ever do to you?
We have a $50 donation from Anonymous who says, I just beat Hollow Knight for the first time a few weeks ago. 85% in 40 hours. Hope you're just a little bit faster.
Just a bit.
Teeny bit.
Yeah.
I hope so, too. I can't sit here that long.
We also have a $1,500 donation from Mossbag. Thank you, Mossbag.
What's up?
Who says, rips out, he was truly a knight of great renown. Thank you, Mossbag. We appreciate that. Back to you, Viz.
Thank you. Mossbag is a very popular Hollow Knight YouTuber. It goes into a lot of lore and like cut content and stuff like that. His videos are actually extremely entertaining. But so now this is the Ancient Basin. We're gonna come up on a boss called the Broken Vessel, who's actually kind of a pushover. Whoops. Oh God, that's gonna get clipped now.
Probably.
But then right after that, we're gonna fight his dream version called the Lost Kin, who in this run specifically, like with these, like with everything I have, the tools I have, it's the most fun run in the most fun fight in the run. Can't talk. But it can kind of get out of hand. But the good thing about dream bosses is that if you die to them, it actually doesn't. You don't die. It's not a normal death. You don't teleport back to the bench and everything. You just wake up right outside of the fight, so you can try again.
Does the sideways dash thing, does that have a limit, or is it until you just hit something or something?
Until you hit something. Or you can cancel it yourself, but yeah. Doesn't cost anything. So yeah, this is Broken Vessel, and these guys have to crawl all the way across the floor to get to them, but if you kind of break the ones that are far, then you can start the fight just a tiny bit earlier.
Like a little flood.
Yeah, yeah, they do look like that, right? We're just gonna kind of bully him in the corner, I guess. Ooh. There we go. So now that he's dead.
Great, now do it again, but harder.
Yeah, exactly. The Lost King is basically just that with like one new mechanic and one removed mechanic, but he's much, much faster and has like triple the health. So it's a bit of a long fight. Might not be talking throughout most of it.
Saved.
Yeah, safe, definitely. Well, okay. We're not healing, just letting you guys know. We're not healing.
Okay.
There we go.
Nice.
I made my name off of being good at that fight.
You're
I can't
brave.
die.
That's how you got visuals?
No, maybe.
I don't get it.
I'm done with all of you.
You can see the importance in that fight, though, of the size of the Shade Soul hitbox and the double hits you get off of it. That fight would be much longer if you don't get 80 damage per use.
Yeah. Basically, he has a similar mechanic to Hornet where he staggers, and you can actually run out of staggers. Like, he just won't do it anymore. And you can kind of tell that you didn't get a lot of double hits by how long the fight goes on at the end when you run out of staggers. But he basically died instantly right there, like when he would have staggered. So I got a lot of double hits, so he died very quickly. So this is the Monarch Wings, aka the double jump. Or I'm probably going to say wings a lot, but we're going to stay put back to the bench at the beginning and go do our second and final dream boss that we're going to see. There are 6 in the game, if I remember right, but we're only going to see these 2. They give a lot more essence. They give between, I think, 3 to 500, 3 to 400. And this one is by most people considered the hardest one in the game, besides maybe Nightmare King Grim. But he does 2 damage with his mace or if you run into like his body, and it's very much centered around getting all double and triple hits. If I don't get a lot or if I mess them up, then the fight's gonna go on a lot longer and be a lot more dangerous. So it's very, very easy to die in this fight. I messed up the look down. Oh well.
I think he heard that.
I just had to make sure. He's old, dude. His hearing's going. So we're gonna bench here really fast and then go make our way to, this is the same area. It's just after you kill a Dreamer, it becomes infected because it's leaking out of the last boss. So this is where we fought the first boss of the game called False Knight, but now he is called the Failed Champion. I love those guys.
I didn't realize he had such a small body.
Yeah, it makes you wonder how he controlled the armor.
Nano machines.
All right, let's do it. There we go. That was such a good first phase. I got all 3 double hits, and now we have to try to get triple hits.
So you don't get any soul from hitting him when he's in his armor?
Yeah.
sure that contributes to the reputation for difficulty.
Yeah, very much so. Even right here, to get full soul, we have to hit him with the dream nail once. And there we go.
There's some triples.
So that's basically the fight. He's gonna stop unless I dash into him and die. That would
Dude, the
not be
face
good.
magnet is the hardest attack to dodge.
Oh my god. Get away from me. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Everyone calm down. That's false. Failed champion, sorry. Thank you. So now he's gonna give us, I think we get up to 1,000.
What's that dude doing?
He's running into the wall. Leave him alone. He's trying to run away, but there's a wall there. He hasn't figured it out. So
Some stay still running into that wall to this day.
So we're gonna run back over to the seer to get another set of rewards. The only one that we really need is the Dream Gate. The Dream Gate's gonna be the last fast travel system we find in the game. Basically allows you to set a point on the map, and then you can teleport back to it whenever you want, and it costs 1 essence. And yes, we are trying to get to 1,800 essence, and that does cost 1 each, but it's only 1, and there's also a tree right below here that gives you a good amount that we can make it up for the 7 that we're going to use. So we can just collect it right before we come talk to her again. None of this matters, but this matters.
Didn't I do great work with these voice lines?
Yeah.
You can't even tell it's me.
Yeah, it sounds nothing like you. You
Yeah.
definitely did a lot of work and to change your voice to sound like an old lady.
Easy.
All right, so now we're gonna go see Hornet again, my favorite character. But this is not my favorite fight. So we're going to set a Dream Gate here, and then we're gonna run. And basically, normally, like in a real run of this category, you would do this fight with 4 health because there's a trick that we have to do where we have to fall into acid on purpose. Oops. And but for marathon safety, I'm gonna take a bench right before the fight, and so I'll have 5 health anyway. But this fight can get really out of hand. I don't know, like she just kind of walks into you, or she does a counter move. So if you try to use your fireball when you're like interfaced, then she'll just deflect it and hit you. Oh, I missed it. That's fine. Well, I mean, not that it really matters. We're gonna safety bench anyway. There we go. So basically, it puts you over on this platform so that we don't have to go get the swim through acid ability. Ooh, whatever.
Yeah, this might be the headphones talking, but this game's got a lot going on sound-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also the ambience.
The entire game was actually composed by a guy named Christopher Larkin, and just did an unbelievable job because some of the music in this game is just phenomenal. The game was mostly made by basically 2 people, Ari and William, and then just Christopher Larkin, so basically just 3 people. And most people's first full playthrough takes around 40 hours, so I can't imagine the amount of work they had to do. Can you just be nice to me, please? There we go. Oh, I didn't mean to dash again. It's fine.
Dude, there's the face magnet again.
Dude.
And again.
She's really good at it. Ooh, can you just not? Just come here, please. Again, we're not healing. I don't care what happens. I wasn't sure if it was gonna hit me. That's Hornet too. She's taking risks.
You're just making sure she can still do damage to you, right?
I just wanted to give her a chance. It's kind of a lopsided fight.
She didn't shaw enough. I think that was the problem.
Yeah, she had Dina'd when she should have shawed. She had a bad time. So this is the King's brand. It's going to allow us to get into an area called the Abyss, which we're going to get to twice. One right now, I'll wait until the deafening cave breaking isn't drowning my voice out. But we're gonna go to it right now to get the Shade Cloak, which is the invincibility dash mechanic. And we'll go to it right before the final boss to turn the King Soul into the Void Heart, which unlocks the final ending. So while I'm running down to the Abyss, we have time for a couple donations.
All right, you have some community love here, Vysuals. We have a $50 donation from NFreak200, who says, "Hey Viz, sick run so far. Thanks a ton for everything you do for the community. Good luck. Shout outs to Yo, and get those buggy beans. Bye-bye."
Thanks, Enfreak.
$10 from Biospark45. Hollow Knight's difficulty sometimes bugged me, but you certainly nailed it.
I'm done.
You're asking for these puns here. I got them all day for you.
Good, keep them coming.
$25 from Blandel, longtime watcher, first-time donor here. I just recently finished my first playthrough of Hollow Knight, and I gotta say it's one of the best games I've played. However, watching you burn through it is kind of awe-inspiring.
Thank you. So this is the Abyss. The main enemy of this area is called the Siblings. They look very much like your Shade because basically that's what they are. And they deal 2 damage when they hit you, which can be very spooky on this climb. And we're gonna come here later when we're taking double damage. So they're gonna do 4 damage. It's gonna be very. Please don't get away from me.
Hey, Viz, we got time for one more. We got a really special donation
it.
here. We have a $10,000 donation from Team Cherry 251. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, guys.
Team Cherry 251 says, "Hey everyone, really excited to be a part of AGDQ. Hope it's another great one. Big thanks to Vysuals for running and to the Couch team for the emotional support. Good luck with Path of Pain." And again, let's hear for the Couch as well. Y'all are doing a great job so far. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. There's going to be a lot of stuff near the end of the round that I'm definitely not going to be able to talk during, so that's where they're going to shine.
Is it?
I want to make it perfectly clear that my purpose here is not to be emotionally supportive.
He's not wrong. I brought him for comedy and comedy alone. So now we're going to make our way to another Dream Warrior for some more essence, and probably the second most annoying behind one that you're going to see a little later. His name is Markoth, and yes, I've probably lost upwards of 20 runs to this guy. He can be kind of annoying, but lately I've gotten a lot better at it, so we're fine.
Just don't lose this run, then we're good.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Mm-hmm. No pressure.
All those other runs were not important. This one is. So as you see, okay. Whenever I dash, my whole body kind of turns like black void for a second, and during that you actually have invincibility, and it's on a short recharge timer, so you'll see the little black balls that are around me while it's recharging. It allows us to get through those beams as well as dash through enemies or attacks. So here's Markoth. Oh, wow. He's gonna die in 2 hits. If the shields will get out of my way. There we go. So if you get 3 triple hits on him, he just takes 2 more nail hits and he's gone. So right now we're gonna do the same trick that we did earlier, where you start a second dream node to get control of your character, but we're also gonna dream gate at the same time, and you get the essence right before it actually fades to white, so you can come right back. And we're gonna do that a couple times, but it's really lucky that it works out that way, that you can get the dream gate off before or after you would actually get the essence. So we're gonna make our way to another Dream Warrior, and I've actually been messing this one up a lot lately. But if I do it correctly, it's basically just gonna be 1 nail and then 3 fireballs, and he dies instantly. And it's a Gorb quick kill. But I am bad, and sometimes it doesn't work, so see what happens.
Want to talk about the wonderful HP scaling mechanic as well?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Thanks, Nick. So one thing that's interesting about the Dream Warriors is basically their health scales to however many nail upgrades you have, and since we have 0 nail upgrades, they're going to have the lowest health that they have, that they could have. But Team Cherry doesn't really expect you to have no nail upgrades, but also have the upgrade for the Fireball and Shaman Stone equipped. They don't expect you to have a 40 damage Fireball. So basically, they have really low health because they're supposed to be kind of difficult, but when you come here with this combination, basically this can happen, and he dies instantly.
Easy.
And we're gonna, oh no, we're not gonna teleport. Whew. Take damage on purpose. There we go. Normally it wouldn't let you open the menu for a couple seconds, but if you take damage after the fight, then it lets you open it instantly for some reason. I don't question things that let me go fast. So, all right. What's coming up is what I like to refer to as the gauntlet of the run. Basically, we're gonna make our way over to Umu, who is the biggest run killer in any percent. In this category, he's actually not that bad. He just wastes a little bit of time if he gives you slow attacks or extra attacks. But right after that, we're basically gonna go to the worst Dream Warrior, followed by the worst area, followed by like just so much that can kill you and go wrong. Hopefully this will be the first marathon where I don't die to Umu. But granted, those were 80%, so.
Dude, there's $10 on the line here. Get your wallet out, Mystery.
So this is Fog Canyon. Don't ask me why jellyfish are bugs. I don't know.
Also, you're not underwater, are you?
Dude, I don't know.
Yeah, but are balloons bugs?
Nothing's a bug. We're not even bugs. This game's not even about bugs.
Is Hornet void?
Hornet's definitely void.
Oh, the bugs are a metaphor.
Mossbag's gonna be mad. Electricity is also a bug. So we're coming up to Umu. It's a giant jellyfish, and
It's a Metroid.
it's basically a Metroid. It's just a giant RNG fest, which is a lot of fun.
See, it's a Metroid.
It basically just consists of waiting around for Quirrell to come help us because apparently pill bugs with dad bods are the only thing that can break the shell open. A joke is copyright of Sunburn Albino.
Did you just say dad bods?
Yeah. Look, he has a dad bod.
Oh my god.
He's gonna take 2 fireballs now. That's fine.
I'm never seeing this fight the same way again.
Oh, okay. And that's Umo. Pretty easy fight. At least a true ending. At an 8%, that's probably 90% of all of my lost runs in that category, because you have to get a 2 cycle to not lose like 25, 30 seconds. Yeah, look at him. Look at that dad bod. Jesus.
Just shows up.
You just ruined this game for me.
Would it help to know that his hat actually isn't a hat? It's a mask. He just has it on his head.
Spoilers, dude.
He just doesn't care, does he?
Ruining the game for everyone.
Shows up.
So this is Monomon. Again, a giant pinata. So you have time for like 2 donations.
We have a $500 donation from Viravane. Thank you very much.
Jeez.
Viravane says, Hollow Knight was my introduction to Metroidvanias. I'm still amazed such a small team was able to release such a vast and beautiful game. Thank you for showing it off, AGDQ.
Thank you for the $500.
$50 from Nick22 that says, greetings from Germany, for real. I had to donate during the run for Hollow Knight. All the best for all the runners of the event.
All right, so we're gonna make our way over to just the absolute worst boss in this run. Makes me very sad. It's called No Eyes, and it's extremely random, and I've died multiple, like more times than I can count. Basically, it teleports around the room. It's a really dark room, and it has these ghosts that kind of bob up and down across the screen that can just be right in your way. On top of that, once you kill the boss, the hitbox for the ghosts actually linger, and I've definitely killed the boss with 1 health and then fallen into that lingering hitbox more than once. But in a normal run of this category, we would set a dream gate because after this boss, there's 2 paths you can take. But they're both about the same speed, but one of them is much harder. But I want to show off the trick that it involves, so we're gonna do the harder path because it's fun.
Vish just wants to flex a little bit.
A little bit. Oh my goodness.
Where can I get the MP3 for this song?
Creepy.
There we go. That's no eyes. That boss is scary. Oh, dude, just hair too early. So we're gonna go and do a trick called the Queen's Garden Acid Skip, or commonly referred to as QGA. And it's basically required in any percent. No major glitches because we don't have the Shade Cloak in that category. But like I said, we're just gonna do it to show off here because it's cool. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna dash.
No, you aren't.
I'm not gonna dash anything. There we go.
First try.
There we go. That's QGA. One of the most difficult tricks, or it is the most difficult trick in any percent, but I'm actually gonna heal once just for safety. This is Queen's Garden. Actually, this area is so dangerous in any percent, but I love the aesthetic and the music of it, so I can't even hate it.
What makes that skip harder in any percent than in this one?
The skips are the same. It's just in this category, you don't actually.
Hello?
That was my alarm. I was supposed to wake
You're
up.
supposed to be on the stage right now.
I was supposed to wake up.
Oh, were you asleep on the couch?
That was my weekend alarm, I think.
So what we did there is we basically fell into the thorns on purpose because it places you back underneath. What am I hearing?
I'm shutting my phone off. Just in case there's any more alarms.
You're on fire, dude.
I'm trying my best.
Who gave this?
Well, what if you missed the 1 p.m. alarm?
That's why I'm shutting my phone off, man.
Wow.
You have to do QGA again.
I do have to do QGA again. Nice.
He just wanted to flex twice. It's
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. It's gonna be cooler this time. God. I blame Anthony.
Oh, yeah.
Do we all agree to blame Anthony and his phone?
That's fair.
No.
I'll take it.
I mean, I could just go up and do the easy route, but what fun is that? I even healed once.
Can't be held responsible for my past actions.
All right, that was actually first try, so there you go. God, I'm double dipping on applause here. This trick I already did, and you guys are just as excited. Let's go.
Odd flex.
Can I redact my previous applause?
You're more than welcome.
Gotta do it backwards.
All right. So let's not die in this room this time. Oh, I'm gonna have to kill my shade. It's gonna be all in the way. Another mechanic when you die that I didn't get a chance to talk about because I shouldn't have died, but basically you can't have full soul. What? Can you come here, please? Thank you. I want full soul. Oh, whatever. Go away. I'm about to hit up a bench anyway, so it's not like any of this matters. Just come here. Thank you. But you actually can't have full soul. Your little soul meter is kind of cracked and broken, so you can only get 2/3. So that's why I was having to get the last 3 hits on him. So we're gonna make our way over to Marmu, and
We've come to bargain.
but first we have to do this little mini arena. Oh, I missed him. There we go. Not too bad. So this room coming up is on the way to Marmu. There's a bunch of these, I don't really know what they are. We can just call them frogs because they just jump around. But they're random as where they're going to be, where they're going to jump, and they have no tell as to which direction they're going to jump once they hit the ground. And you can just get hit so many times in this room. I don't want to show off that you can die. I just wanted to tell them about it. Please don't get mad. Thank you.
Looks like frog spiders.
Yeah, they're not. Get away from me. I hate you so much.
All right, jeez. One alarm. Calm down.
Remember what happened last time you made me laugh? Can we? Jeez. All right.
You asked for this.
You're right. That's my fault. I blame myself. Where are you? Come here. There we go. So here's Marmu. Marmu actually dies in 5 Shade Souls, but
He's trying his best, dude.
there you go. Easy.
Let him win Bible thumb.
He's too cute to kill. That fight is actually not, it's not really scary at all, but obviously getting to the fight is scary, which is as you saw. And then you have to keep your health to come to another boss called the Traitor Lord. And again, this shouldn't be that bad, but every once in a while I'll enter this area with 2 health and can't heal, otherwise I'll lose a bunch of time.
This is still pre-buff on this patch, right?
Yeah. Traitor Lord and Hollow Knight, they buffed right after this patch. The Traitor Lord desperately needed it. He has 2 attacks on this patch. The ground mantis that you've been seeing, they basically are just a big one of those with a big health bar. They have the exact same moves, and you're about to see 3 of them right now. And then the boss, which is just a big version of them. But he got buffed, very well needed buff on current patch. So you're going to be seeing him do the same thing where he either does the dash like that or he jumps. Yeah, I got an essence. Let's go.
Free time save.
That was a really good fight.
His attack sounds have a lot more bass.
All right, so the 2 halves of the King Soul are held by the 2, by the King and Queen of the Hollow Nest, which is the world that we're in. And this is the Queen, the White Lady. She's a tree. I don't know. Don't ask. But she's gonna give us.
Why is she a tree?
What did I just?
Still trying to figure out the jellyfish that aren't underwater.
Keep thinking about the jellyfish. Don't ask about the tree. But that's gonna give us 1/2 of the King Soul. So basically, all we have to do is get the other, finish the last Dreamer, which is Hera. Get the other 1/2 of King Soul after we get enough essence to get into the White Palace, and then turn the King Soul into Voidheart, and then we can go fight the last boss. But then we have to do Path of Pain.
That was good timing. Did it on purpose, right?
Yeah, it's for emphasis. Can you just not? Can we all just
That's my favorite area.
Oh, yeah, so this is Deep Nest. I have a big bug problem. I'm very, very scared of bugs and the sounds that they make and everything. So when I first started running this game, I actually have my headphones have a volume slider on the right earphone. So I would actually go and I would turn off the audio. Can you not? Thank you. I would turn off the audio for this area because I can't handle all the skittering.
Yeah, the scritching in my ear doesn't feel good.
No.
He's even scared of the spiders in WoW.
Scared of spiders and everything. This area's creepy. What? Okay. This area is very hostile and scary.
Yeah, there's spikes there too.
Yeah, those hurt.
Watch out, don't step on. Good job.
Can we all just not? We're gonna die in Beast In. So this is Galleon, the last Dream Warrior we're gonna fight. Oh, okay. We're gonna die. Just kidding.
No, we're not.
But we do have to go through Beast In with 1 health, which is scary. I didn't even do the teleport. Thank you.
Just don't mess up and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Those are pity claps, and I know it.
You're welcome.
Claps. I mean, yeah, all right. Whatever. Where can I get health that's not this spider that's coming up on the wall? Wait, no, I wanted to stop to hit him.
Oh.
Come back. I really don't want to go into this area with 1 health. Can you? Hello?
Hello.
There he is.
Sorry.
Not taking chances. We don't heal on bosses. We heal on just basic platforming.
Path of Pain is going to be great.
No, it's going to be a blast. Spoiler alert, I only started practicing it like 2-3 weeks ago. So that's going to be fun. So here is Beast In. Now, when I said earlier that the other 2 Dreamers are protected by bosses, this one's protected by a difficult area, but normally when you come in here, you should be sitting on this bench, which is not a real bench, it's a trap. And it's a trap. And when you make bad jokes, you miss tricks and speedruns, facts. But if you know that, like, that trick is up there, or that hole is up there, whatever, you can just double jump up there and basically skip 90% of the area. And now, he is why I didn't want to have 1 health, but he was nice, so. Sometimes he'll dash backwards and you'll dash into him and I would have died. And I don't want to go through all this again. We already have 1 unnecessary death. So this is Hera, the last streamer. Actually, Hornet's mom. So,
Really?
Yeah, sorry, Hornet.
She's so much bigger than Hornet.
Yeah. It's her mom.
Yeah, but like,
She's adopted.
Hornet has to be grown up, right?
I mean, she's tiny. She's a spider. Sort of.
She's void.
Can't keep up with the lore.
I'm gonna get attacked, Mick. Don't do this.
That's what the lore is.
Sorry, Hornet. Hey. So, now that we have all the Dreamers done, the Black Egg Temple is open, but we cannot access the final boss until we have Void Heart. So let's go get the other half, which means White Palace is coming up. I'm basically not going to be talking throughout 75% of the White Palace, the main platforming section, but it's a big white castle with a bunch of saw blades. That's all you need to know.
They have burgers there?
No. They have saw blade burgers.
Just as good.
So let's go talk to the seer. First, I need to hit up the stream tree to make up for the essence that we use teleporting. Oh. Make your time to shine last time. Can you do that one? Nice. Yeah, give it up. Now, Anthony, I know what you're thinking.
What?
Do not.
I'm not thinking anything.
I don't know what you're thinking. Can you tell me?
What?
At the very least.
My anime girl voice?
Yeah, there you go. I was gonna say, please don't call it the other thing. Don't do it.
I'll do it if someone donates.
If you guys want to hear his anime girl voice,
Donate.
we need donations.
It's good, I promise.
How much do we have?
We need to reach 100,000 by the end of the run.
Let's not go that far.
He wants to do it.
I do have to do it.
He knows his price.
It's my only talent. The only thing I got going for me.
Hey, don't sell yourself short.
Is that a short joke, too? Just can't win today.
I can't fight. So we have to kill 2 of those, and then all the platforming starts. And I'm gonna need the couch muted.
You asked for this, dude. I told you it was gonna happen.
This is the price I pay. All right, so we gotta kill the second one of these guys right here. Not, okay. Right here. Sorry, it's premature. Can you just not do what you're doing? Cease. You're rude. This guy's a rude dude. Thank you. They normally don't dash backwards 3 times in a row like that. We gotta turn on the lights, and then we can hit up the elevator. Jumping on the elevator doesn't make you go faster. I just think it looks funny.
Wow.
Yeah, murdering all my subjects as they bow to me. That was scary.
You made up for it.
I did. That trick sometimes doesn't work for me, and I decided to go for it while you guys were clapping, which is not the play. No clap.
Win. Oh God.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everyone is fine. There we go. Just had to get back in the rhythm, you know? Path of Pain is going to be fun. So the Path of Pain is in the White Palace. It's just the hard version, if this wasn't hard. There's gate storage.
Wow, banned.
It's one of the minor glitches that we allow in this, in no major glitches. We allow minor glitches and no major glitches. Who knew?
I did.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That was really far to the left for some reason. All right, we're going to fix that room. There we go.
I got stuck on this room so long casually. They didn't have the midway checkpoints like they do now. It was, you get hit anywhere, you're down at the bottom again.
No.
Back in your day.
Yep. It was a Wednesday.
You had one day. See how they bow to my skills? All right.
They saw what you did to the other ones.
All right, we'll be safe. Like I said, we only pinched the platforming stuff. Bosses do nothing. I don't know what the king's obsession with saw blades was.
I mean, you keep running into them, so it seemed to be working.
Yeah, but like, I guess touche.
Yeah, there's a shortcut here, by the way. That area just above that is not fun.
Yeah, finally, at least something developer intended in here to help us.
Imagine skipping content in a speedrun.
Who knew? We're heathens. All right, and that's basically the White Palace. So like I said, after the run, we're going to be, since it got met, we're going to be doing the Path of Pain, which is, apparently Team Cherry didn't think that this was hard enough, so they gave us an extra, even more difficult platforming section for people who hate themselves. And I apparently hate myself for allowing it to be an incentive.
Relatable.
This is the King Soul. So all charms in this game have a certain amount of notches that they need to be equipped. You only start off with 3 notches to start, and luckily the one charm we have on the Shaman Stone only costs 3, but the King Soul costs 5. And so luckily there's a mechanic in the game called over-charming, where you just kind of continually try to put the charm on, even though it doesn't fit, and eventually it'll just kind of give up. There you go. And since you see behind my health bar at the top left that there's like this purple thing, that means we're in over-charmed state, which means that we take double damage, and we're going to an area of enemies that do 2 damage. So
we're gonna take 5 damage.
Yeah, math.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, thanks. The only other time I've ever done true ending in a marathon, I died in this split, so that's what you have to look forward to. So this is called the birthplace area below the abyss. This game just keeps going down. The world just keeps getting bigger and bigger as it descends into darkness. Those guys do 2 damage, so we're just gonna fireball them to get them out of my way.
Are those all skulls from the knights?
Yeah,
Dang.
from previous vessels. There we go. Now, I tried to look for clarification on whether this is where you were born or where the Hollow Knight was born. We're not the Hollow Knight.
Oh,
Spoiler
what?
alert. Yeah. We are the Knight. The Hollow Knight is the final boss, quote unquote.
Spoilers.
So you're both named the Hollow Knight?
No, we're just the Knight. The Hollow Knight's the other. I mean, we're going to become Hollow. So I can see where the confusion happens.
We're Gerald.
I thought we were Ted.
We are Ted.
Look at him.
So, this is the birthplace climb. Just have to get to the top of this room. Somebody's whispering in my ear. It's making me
I
uncomfortable.
thought that was just me.
I did this voice part too, so
How much did you do in this game?
it's a secret.
It's all uncredited.
So that's the Hollow Knight when he was a wee lad. Just a babby.
Looks the same.
Looks exactly the same.
He has different horns. You guys just don't appreciate the subtleties.
I'm sorry. Just trying to keep up.
So now the King Soul turns into Void Heart, and that unlocks the quote-unquote true ending. In the new DLC that came out for this game, which are all free, by the way, they came out with another ending that's at the end of an extremely difficult part of the game. So it kind of put us true ending runners in a weird predicament where we're not actually the true ending anymore, but we're not changing it, so I don't know what to tell you. So now we can put the Shaman Stone back on because the Void Heart actually doesn't take any notches. It doesn't have any effect, so other than letting us do the real final boss. We're gonna go fight the Hollow Knight, and you'll notice throughout the fight that he's actually gonna be, he's on the wrong team. He's on our team. He's trying to die. So he's gonna be stabbing himself throughout the fight to try to help us. Basically, there's an enemy called the Radiance, and that's the true final boss. And she's what's causing all this infection and making all the bugs go insane. And so in the regular 80% run of this game, you basically just kill the Hollow Knight and then absorb the Radiance or the infection from him and take his place. And it just kind of repeats the cycle, which is why it's the quote-unquote bad ending or whatever. And in the true ending, the not true ending, you kill the Hollow Knight, but Right, well, you fight the Hollow Knight, and before you kill him, you actually dream him to go inside of his dreams or whatever, and you take out the infection at the source, ending the cycle and killing the Radiance. Oh. So this boss isn't very hard, but the Radiance is by far the hardest part of the run, and she does double damage as well, and lots of world records have been lost to her, so definitely not going to be saying basically a word once that fight starts. But this is just the Hollow Knight. So he's trying to help us out.
He's got a real bad attitude.
And that's the fight. The Hornet's gonna come. Ooh. And she's gonna help us out.
Get good.
Nobody's ever made that joke, Anthony.
That wasn't me.
See, he didn't recognize my voice. It's all the voice work I've done, just can camouflage, you know.
I understand it.
Yeah.
I feel like a boss stabbing themselves to death is the equivalent of, you can't fire me, I quit.
So this is the Radiance. Scary moth lady. Rude. I don't like where you are. Can you go over there? Thank you. When she's far enough, you can actually get double hits on her with the fireball. Ow.
Building dramatic tension.
Hey, quick question, unrelated. What's our policy on healing on this one?
No, we're not healing.
Okay.
Oh, that's not done.
There's a part 2. But wait, there's more.
But wait. We are not healing. Can you just... I'm afraid to go up there.
Don't you dare.
I swear to God, dude.
Not dying to
Easy.
Radiance. We don't heal the bosses around here.
Dang.
And time is coming up whenever the screen goes completely black. So once all these little dream circles are gone. And time. That was Hollow Knight. So I'm just gonna let you guys know now. It's gonna show Hornet, and if she wouldn't have gotten up, I would have quit this game forever.
You just ruined the cutscene before we got there.
Come on.
It's gonna happen in 2 seconds.
Anti-hype, though. Look, we thought she was dead.
Yeah, I don't want you guys to be upset. Somebody could have stormed out.
Oh.
It's okay, Hornet's fine,
Oh,
guys.
she's alive.
To be 100% honest, I thought that was gonna happen faster. That's why I started saying it early. So you're not gonna see Mr. Mushroom, unfortunately. But we do still have to go do Path of Pain. So that's gonna be fun. So I'm probably going to close the game because we can't get out of the credits, so that we can get to Path of Pain. As much as I like the music. All right. So, like I said, the Path of Pain is an area inside the White Palace that is just, it's brutal. There's barely ever a chance where you can, just stand there and not have a saw blade flying at your face or spikes underneath your feet. And we're gonna do a quick run through it. So this is what your health is supposed to look like at the end of the game, along with extra soul over to the left. So, let's do it. Am I too low? Ooh, I'm not. Wow.
Told you, the king made a good investment, dude.
There we go.
Most kings use moats. This guy played Super Meat Boy.
Gotta wait for this saw to come back. Normally you'd have to break that, but it's already, or flip that switch, but it's already flipped, unfortunately. I tried.
You really needed that one more health there?
Well, there are 2 King's Walls at the end of this. Okay. Oh, of course it gave me the little tink and everything. Oh. No, I'm too low. Whatever. Please? Just be nice to me. That's Path of Pain.
Nice.
Wasn't as clean as I would have liked, but what are you gonna do?
I mean, it could have been worse. You could have offered to donate per death.
That's a good point. Whew. All right, and that's Path of Pain. Whoops. All right, yeah, we're done? Yeah.
I think that deserves an even bigger round of applause. Let's hear it for Vysuals and The Couch and Hollow Knight. Welcome back to AGDQ 2019. I'm Skybilz. I will be your host for the next couple of runs. What a fantastic opener for AGDQ. But there's so many more runs on the way. Coming up next, we're going to have Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, done by Swordsman Kirby. Looking forward to that one. First, a couple of donations here. We have a $25 donation from Conundrum Core 34 that says, thanks so much to Vysuals for almost giving me a heart attack with that Radiance fight. What a great way to end an amazing and entertaining run. $25 from May, who says, I've never played Hollow Knight before, but now I will. $50 from Mickely, who says, Mick, looking good on that couch. Nice run, Vysuals. All right, with that, we are going to take a really quick ad break. We will be right back.
Game's done quick. Game's done quick. Game's done quick. Oh, oh. Game's done quick. Raising money. Game's done quick. For charity. Game's done quick. Making people happy. Oh, oh. Oh, oh, there's nothing funner than watching a speedrunner accomplish a task incredibly fast.
This is how we roll, man. This is how we rock. This is how we win. This is how we roll, man. This is how we rock. This is how we win. This is how we roll, man. This is how we rock. This is how we win. This is how we roll, man. This is how we rock. This is how we win. This is how we roll, man. This is how we. This is how we win. This is how we win. This is how we roll, man.
Welcome back to AGDQ 2019. A few more donations here. $20 from Wriggle, who says, hey there, everybody, big fan of Hollow Knight, but one I haven't finished yet. Since the incentive for Path of Pain's been met, here's money for the other Metroidvania I enjoy. That's right, it's the Momodora Insane Difficulty. Good luck to every runner out there. And on that note, right now we currently have an incentive for a couple runs coming up. Secret Sam secret levels, $990 out of $7,500. So please keep those donations coming if you want to see the Serious Sam secret levels incentive. $10 from Scorch Omega. Wow, long-time watcher, second-time donator, and this is the first year I've been able to catch the beginning of the show. Thanks to everyone who runs GDQ, and thanks to the runners. $100 from Anonymous. AGDQ is always the best way to start a new year. It always shows that people can achieve something great if they work together. $300 from Marsh. Every year for Christmas, my parents tell me to donate to a cause I believe in. I think what AGDQ every year is amazing, so this year I decided to donate to the cause. Thanks to Pam and Fred for making this donation possible, and show them your love. $25 from Anonymous Nate. Love these events. Thank you to everyone involved for making this happen every year. $100 from Anonymous. Always love to start the new year with the GDQ. Y'all are awesome. $737. Thank you very much from Casey Stranger, who says, I've been watching AGDQ VODs for years, finally tuning in live. This is $1 for each hour of entertainment AGDQ has given me over the years. Thank you for your donation. $20 from Cauldron. Hello, AGDQ. First time I get to see the start of the event. I hope this year breaks new records and expectations. Good luck to every runner this year. $250 from Anonymous. This strikes a bit closer to home for me this year because my aunt was just diagnosed with stage 2 cancer 2 weeks ago. The work you all do every 6 months is incredible, and I'm proud to help in any way I can. Let's make this a great AGDQ. Apple Avocado donates $5 saying, make my first donation extra early this year. Here's to a great week, and I love y'all. $10 from Keith the Geek. Hey, GDQ. Day 1 looks loaded with some fantastic games. Gotta donate for the upcoming Kirby run. Bye, y'all. $50 from Unimportant Ohioan. Hollow Knight was awesome. I was delighted, however, to see The Amazing Mirror is on the schedule. This is a major nostalgic game for me, so thank you, AGDQ. Gamer Princess 92 donates $50 saying, wishing everyone a fun and enjoyable AGDQ. Good luck on the runs. Valerno donates $25 saying, hey there, AGDQ. That Hollow Knight run was absolutely amazing. Much love to everyone and for all that y'all do. $20 from Seika. What better way to start the year than by watching some nice amusements that are getting finished speedily? And what better way to start than one of my most liked games? This week will be nice, and I cannot wait for the Final Fantasy runs. My favorite game of all time is Final Fantasy IX. Thank you for all the best time of the year, even if it only comes twice a year. $50 from Anonymous. So hyped for a new season of AGDQ. Good luck to all the runners. Steampunk Q donates $50 saying Urban Yeti. Nice callback to the pre-show. $50 from Alex86. I'm so glad finally being able to donate to AGDQ. A big thank you from Germany to the runners and everyone else who makes this amazing event happen. Toombs donates $25 saying, let's get this GDQ start off with a bang. Thanks to all the awesome staff and runners who make this possible. Sword of the Storm donates $20 saying, thank you to AGDQ and the Prevent Cancer Foundation for putting on the show. My dad has battled cancer twice and come through both times with the help of amazing people and the research possible through the Prevent Cancer Foundation and other organizations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's put this donation to my dude on Majora's Mask. Derek A. donates $100.01 saying, so thrilled to finally be able to watch a GDQ live for a bit. Incredible Hollow Knight run. This donation is in memory of my father-in-law, and thank you to everyone involved.